Hey, welcome back to Gameshock 5, number 5, episode 5. I'm Chaos, and here we go with, let's start off with some gaming news. So the gaming news, first off I'd like to probably start with something it's pretty, I'd say it's pretty disappointing. Would be Alien Isolation. I don't know if any of you were looking forward to it as much as I was. I really was. But after I read all the reviews, now I'm not one to sort of take opinions from reviews because most of them are just, I don't know, little kids that jump online and like to say anything bad about games, and then their buddies jump on, and just because it's cool to not like something, they usually tend to follow those little buddies of theirs. But yeah, so I was pretty upset to read some of the reviews that I really trust say that the game goes on for way too long, like 4 to 5 hours, maybe even 6 hours of extra content that wasn't really needed. That makes the game pretty boring, which sucks because I was a huge fan of the original Alien movie, and it was pretty scary. It's classed as probably one of the best horrors of all time, and as a horror movie as well. And then also obviously it goes into the sci-fi genre as well. But yeah, pretty upsetting. I don't know if any of you guys have played it. If you have, post in the comments what you thought of the game and give it a rating out of 10. I personally probably would not get it because of the fact that I just want to spend an extra 6 hours on the game for no reason. Where I could have been spending it on something else, something worthwhile. Speaking of worthwhile, Shadow of Mordor is an amazing game. That was really good. I clocked in personally about 46 hours into the game, and it was every bit of a game or a bit of an experience that I love in a game. And we're gonna put up a joint review, myself and Gunnar. And we're going to put up a bit of a review for that one pretty soon. Probably by next week. Hopefully we're going to try it by next week. So we'll give you some full videos and commentary on what we thought of the game and why we thought it was so freaking awesome. So let's go on to some movie news. Nothing new on the gaming front, I guess. Just to not go on to the movie stuff too fast. There was the trailer for a new character in Mortal Kombat X for Quan Chi, which I'll add. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a cool character to play. So they're up to about, I think, 6 characters now. I may be wrong. Maybe 8. I think it's 6, 8. So yeah, pretty cool character. Okay, so moving on to movie news. So on the topic of X-Men Days of Future Past, or not Days of Future Past, a lie. I am talking about... No, Days of Future Past, that's the one I'm talking about. So apparently because Fox owns the rights to the X-Men and Fantastic Four characters, they will not be crossing over with the Avengers anytime soon, which kind of sucks, because kind of where they're going in the comic books. Well, they have been going to the comics books for a while now. I wouldn't say like just recently it happened. The comic books would have, anywhere from She-Hulk to Wolverine to Spider-Man, and a lot of different characters. Red Hulk. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Red Hulk. It's a version of Red Hulk, or a version of Hulk that's red. There was a whole series, a couple of series about Red Hulk. He's a really cool character. In fact, it'd be cool to see Spidey or even Wolverine in the Avengers, but Wolverine, apparently that can't happen. I don't know. I'll see. Maybe they strike a deal further on, or obviously after Age of Ultron. But yeah, a bit of news there, which kind of sucks. That the X-Men and the Avengers will never cross over. Well, I suppose never say never, but as it is now, from what I'm reading on cinemablend.com, Yeah, they're just saying that but according to the rights and the ownership right now, they'll never cross over, which kind of sucks. A bit of balls there, big old hairy balls. So, also on speaking about Age of Ultron, so Age of Ultron is coming out. I'm not sure when the actual release date is, but so this will obviously be the final Avengers movie with the existing cast. In the next Avengers movie, they'll be adding all new characters. I think there's 2 or 3 that are still going to stay. Chris Evans will be staying as Captain America, but then a couple of the other characters will be changing, which is cool. It'll probably make it fresh and new. Also, let's have a read here. So, highest grossing comic book movie of all time. Which is not Avengers. As the third highest grossing movie of all time and the highest grossing comic book movie, full stop, the Avengers left a big legacy to live up to. Next year, director Joss Whedon will attempt to match or even beat his own record with the sequel Avengers Age of Ultron, in which the superhero team will face off against a new threat, the indomitable android Ultron, which is voiced by James Spader, which was in Stargate, and that lawyer show. I can't remember what show that was. Concrete plot details are currently scarce, but the powerful sibling duo Quicksilver, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, and Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen, will be joining the fray, as teased in the mid-credits scene for Captain America: The Winter Soldier. If you haven't seen that, filming began in worldwide locations earlier this year, and production is currently focused in London, with the release date of the Avengers Age of Ultron now less than a year away. So 2015 seemed like a pretty long time from now when we actually saw the first dates of that one, but it's right around the corner now. For those who can't bear to wait, however, Joe Blow claims to have a small collection of plot and character tidbits from a trusted and proven source. There's nothing that could be really considered as a spoiler, but those who would prefer to remain totally in the dark about the Avengers Age of Ultron until the trailers are released may want to give the following details a miss. So I'm not going to read that, because I'm one of those guys that I don't want to read too much about what's going to happen in the movie, because it kind of spoils it a little bit for me, at least. Also, on the superhero front, recently watched the first 2 episodes of Gotham. Very, very cool. Focuses on Commissioner Gordon in his early days, and obviously Bruce Wayne growing up. He looks about 12. I'm not sure what his age is, but he looks about 10, 12. Where he's sort of like coming into his own, and Alfred's very young at that stage, but sort of like raising him. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. It focuses on Jim Gordon, and yeah, you see early stages of the characters in the city, i.e. Penguin. Yeah, pretty freaky looking dude back then. Also, the first episode I saw, the pilot episode of The Flash, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. I liked the show. It's probably about 10 or 11 when the first show, it's probably not I'm not sure if it was the first live action show, but the one earlier, and I really enjoyed that show. I really like The Flash quite a bit. He's a really cool character. Also very, very cool to play with powers of speed. I don't know, it's just fun to watch everything go in slow motion and things, and you know, him sort of, I don't know, it's lots of cool special effects that you can use with super speed. And then obviously, you know, kind of ties in with the universe of Arrow, if you've watched that live action series. Arrow's pretty cool, kind of enjoyed that. I don't know, maybe, you know, obviously subjective to everyone else's own opinion, but much better than Smallville. Any of these new DC series are much better than Smallville, in my opinion. Smallville became sort of like a teen TV series after a while, and I really, I don't know, I don't want it to go that way again. So hopefully they keep it on the line that it is now. It's a little bit darker, you know. Flash is not as dark, but very cool series so far. I like it, really do. Let's see what else we got here. So we've got Nightwing, which is a fan-made series. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nightwing, but Nightwing was originally Robin, Batman's sidekick, and so he didn't want to be a little loser in little tights anymore. So he grew up and he took on the alias of Nightwing. Really cool costume. He's got a mask. He's got an eye mask. He's in all black, and he's got a blue. What is it? What bird is it that he's got on there? But it doesn't really look like a bird anyway. It's just a symbol that's on his chest, and he uses Eskrima sticks as his weapons, which are pretty cool actually, because I did a bit of training in Eskrima myself, so has some sort of significance there. But he's also a really cool character. Like, he's a really dark character, and he's really like he's a little bit on the violent side, like not to the point where he'd kill somebody like Punisher or whatever, but he's more along the side of where he beat the shit out of somebody if they cause problems, which kind of Batman does now as well. He was never like that in the beginning. I think Batman sort of started becoming dark and broody in the series that came out in 94, 96, the animated series. That was actually really cool series. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's about, I think it's 4 to 6 seasons. I'm saying 4 to 6 because I can't really remember. But about 4 to 6 seasons of that show, and it was really good, and it holds up till today. I've seen a couple of episodes probably last week, and I really enjoyed it. The show is fantastic, really is. It gives you a bit of in-depth analysis and I don't know, origin stories of all the amazing villains in the Batman series, because Batman probably has some of the best villains in comic book history, and I think that's why he sort of it holds up on its own, because you just really need Batman. Batman's awesome, and then you have all these villains that all have these super amazing backstories, and you have the darkness of the whole series. Anyway, go check that out. That's a really cool series. If you haven't seen it, maybe watch it with your kids or watch it on your own, or doesn't really matter, because even as an adult as well as a kid, it really holds up. Really cool series. What else do we have here? So apparently Ryan Reynolds, the test footage of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool has apparently been accepted as a movie, as a full-length feature film. The script, at least, has been okayed, so they will probably get it started at some point. I mean, I'm seeing mixed things. Just last week, I saw that it was actually approved to be a full feature-length movie. So that would be really cool, because I think Ryan Reynolds personally should have probably not been Green Lantern, because he just, I don't know, he didn't make a really good Green Lantern personally, and I don't think so, at least. I mean, yeah, it was okay, but I don't know, it could have been done a little bit better. But as Deadpool, he's really cool. I think he would really make a good Deadpool. He's got that sort of cocky attitude. Deadpool's a really cool character as well. So yeah, that'd be a great movie, I think. Obviously, you all know that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, has been picked as Shazam. So also not much to go on there. There's not, I don't even know if they've been filming yet. But yeah, that could be pretty cool as well. I think he's got the build for Black Adam. I don't know if he's as like yeah, I guess, I don't know. He's had a couple of roles where he's played like a bad guy. Even in Fast and Furious 5, he seemed like quite a badass with his goatee and shit, and he's just a really big fucker anyway. Then what else we got on that front with superhero movies and things? No, that's about it. That's about it for superhero and comic news. Yeah, listen, not a lot of special effects and things in the videos, or in the video this time. I'm just running out of time these days and setting everything up and getting the green screen and getting all the videos edited in time just to have them up. It's getting a bit hard. I really want to keep going with it, but obviously having a full-time job and things, it's difficult to do this because it's a hobby. So it's really cool to actually put this footage out there. And just give you guys a bit of news. But yeah, I'll try the next episode. I'll try and get it a bit more, effects and things happening, and get the lighting in here a little bit better. But yeah, got the new microphone, so at least my voice is a bit clearer, and I don't have the terrible microphone that I did before. So yeah, I will. See you guys next week. We are going to try and get our videos out a little bit more frequently. So I'd like to give a video up every Monday. And I've spoken to Gunnar, and he's going to try and get a video up more frequently as well. We'll see what happens. And but yeah, thanks for joining me. It's a little bit more informal, a little bit more less scripted at least. So let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you like the video, if you like this format, and then yeah, I'll keep doing it like this. It is certainly a lot easier to shoot it this way. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys. Well, yeah, I'll see you guys again soon. Have a good night.